There are still a number of outstanding issues that must be overcome, and time is running out fast. But we hope for the closest possible future relations. Of course, we will have to balance rights and obligations, but UK are leaving the European Union, but not Europe, and from a Danish point of view, we want as close a relation to UK as possible.
UK and Denmark continue to cooperate closely on security and defence as we work to tackle shared challenges on our continent and beyond the borders of Europe. And nowhere is our shared commitment to Europe's collective security more evident than in the hundreds of British and Danish troops standing shoulder to shoulder in Estonia as part of a UK-led NATO battle group. Our economic cooperation and shared commitment to free trade is vital to our country's prosperity, with our growing trading relationship worth £11 billion a year. And on Brexit, we talked today about the progress made at the March European Council on the negotiations and about the key questions that remain to be resolved. We've also taken the opportunity to discuss what we want our future economic and security partnership to look like once Britain has left the European Union. As I've said before, I'm ambitious for the scale and scope of this relationship, and I want to ensure we maintain the closest possible links with our European allies. I understand that future arrangements for Denmark's fishing industry are of particular interest to you, and as an independent coastal state, we'll want to ensure fair and reciprocal access to waters.
Divya Das, Danish TV2. First of all, Prime Minister, on Brexit. Whenever I'm down in my local supermarket in London, I can't help but notice the Danish butter and the Danish bacon on the shelves. Obviously, Denmark wants to continue to sell our products to the UK. In order to secure the best possible deal for Denmark, where would you be willing to cut the UK some slack, or where would you be willing to compromise? And Madam Prime Minister, if I may, almost 2 years ago, you had a referendum on Brexit in the UK. You were a Remainer. Have you changed your mind?
Well, whenever I visit a Danish supermarket, I also find nice British products, and I'm quite sure that Britain will be eager to export these items in the future as well. And as a customer, I would like to buy them. And therefore, we should avoid too many changes in our relations. And I am totally in favor of an enhanced trade agreement between Europe and between EU and UK. It's way too early to talk about compromise, and this is not about being tough or soft. It's about being realistic and fair. And right now, UK has drawn some red lines, and we have to accept them. And if we should accept them, and we are willing to do so, it is a matter of fact that what we are discussing is a trade agreement. And I think we should leave it to our negotiators. Denmark is a part of the EU 27 coalition. The negotiation is led by Barnier, who is doing an excellent job. And I hope if there's willingness on both sides of the table, we will close a deal, which will be as close to what we know now as possible. But we have to be realistic, and we have to realize that there will be changes. I mean, leaving the single market comes with a price tag. And unfortunately, it's not only a British price tag, it's also a Danish price tag. That's a reality of life. There's a reason why we have established the single market, and we have to respect the integrity of the single market. So there will be more bureaucracy in the future, unfortunately.
Well, thank you very much. Can I just echo what Prime Minister Rasmussen has just said about the work that is being done between the EU and the UK as we now move into this phase where we're looking at negotiating our new security partnership, our new economic partnership. As I said in my remarks, I want that economic partnership. I'm ambitious for what that economic partnership can cover, because there will be companies in Denmark and Britain and in other countries of the EU 27 that will continue to want to trade with the UK, and the UK continue to want to trade with those countries. And I believe if we approach this in the way we have done so far, of recognising the importance of our relationship, then actually we can come to an agreement that will be in the interests of the UK, but also in the interests of Denmark and other member states within the European Union. And you asked about the referendum, and yes, I did campaign to remain, but the British Parliament gave the British people the choice as to whether to stay in the European Union or not. The British people gave their verdict. They want to leave the European Union. And I believe it is now for us all to pull together and to ensure that we deliver a Brexit deal that is good for the UK. But as I say, I believe that a Brexit deal that's good for the UK will also be a deal that is good for the remaining EU 27.
Thank you.